Hello there, gang, and welcome to Displaying-Model-Behaviour, the Earth's mightiest video podcast. There's a whole bunch of news out there, so let's talk about it. D23, this year's Disney Expo, is in full swing, and Hot Toys have kicked things off with the reveal of their Iron Man Infinity War armor. Honestly, fair enough, the cards on the table. This looks beautiful. It's very nicely made, but I'm just not a fan of the Infinity War armor. It's cool for the context of Iron Man's armor evolving all throughout the years. It makes sense. This is like the final form, this nanotech armor. But I just like the idea of Iron Man like he is wearing a suit of armor, whereas this looks almost like too skin tight, you know what I mean? But still, it's a beautiful design, and Hot Toys have made it look gorgeous. I don't know if it is exclusive. So this was unveiled, the Disney exclusive version, inspired by Avengers Campus meet and greet, and I don't know where it's available besides at D23, I suppose. It says, Hot Toys fans, please stay tuned with us and your official Hot Toys distributor for more announcements and regions. So you probably don't have to attend D23 to get it. That's just where it's revealed. Limited quantity, reserve a space for the latest Iron Man. Yeah, so essentially, watch this space, and you might be able to pick up an Iron Man. And now it's time for me to tell you all about our sponsor, Legendsverse. Legendsverse.com, even though the name says Legends, it's actually a website for cataloging nearly all of your action figures. Not just the ones you have, but the ones that you need as well. I'm talking Marvel Legends, Mafex, Marvel Select, McFarlane, G.I. Joe, Star Wars Black Series. All of these different categories have their action figures logged here. So whatever you buy or whatever you need, you can go on, make your checklist, and it's a really satisfying way of keeping track of your collection. What's really fun about it as well is that you can divide your teams into different groups. So if you're building Maximum Carnage, for example, you can have that subline and look at what figures you need and what ones you're still hoping to get. You can mark things down as pre-ordered. They've thought of everything. I'm very, very impressed with these guys. And also, for me personally, I'm trying to scale down my collection, but I still love just seeing what's out there. And this is a database which, I gotta warn you, if you're anything like me, you can get lost in for a long time, because I was just told that they've added the Star Wars Black Series. I thought, what's in the Star Wars Black Series? I can never keep track of that. And yeah, there's a lot. And I spent a lot of time looking at them. So it's a great fun website, whether you're logging your figures or just seeing what's out there. They go way back into time to the early 2000s. So you can see how we got to where we are. It's a great little time capsule for action figures. I think I've covered everything there. All that's left now is for you to go give them a follow. Check them out. The link is below, or just legendsverse.com. Honestly, when you do, you'll be glad you did. Just try not to lose track of time. Now, this is kind of interesting. From Mattel Creations, they are doing their Snake Lair, but not like they originally intended. This is some information from not just friend of the show, but you know what? Pretty much Gillum family member, Brad and I, we've been friends. Brad has been a part of the family essentially for about 30 years, give or take. And Brad, they are a big Motu collector. And they told me that Mattel put out a poll to see what their next Mattel Creations, essentially their version of a HasLab, should be. And people voted, boom, we want this Snake Lair. And then Mattel went, okay, well, the concept art we showed was a little bit small. Should we like change this and make it bigger and more elaborate and more expensive? And they did, and they produced this Snake Lair for their Mattel Creations. And then apparently all the Motu collectors got back to Mattel and were like, yo, this is not what you actually showed an image of. This isn't what we voted for. This is nothing like that, and it's way bigger than we wanted. This isn't it. So what's kind of nice, and credit, after kind of being a little bit shady there, credit to Mattel, they went, okay, we've heard your feedback, we're gonna change this. Because again, there's a little bit of editorializing from Brad here. They said Mattel might have got the idea to do the Snake Lair and then gone, well, you know what? If we make this bigger and different, we can charge more money for it. And of course, the reception was, yo, no, we don't want a bigger, different thing. We want what you showed us. So they've officially come out and said, yo, y'all don't like what we're showing you, so we're going to go back and we're going to redesign this and then represent it to you. So that's kind of fun. So a little bit of mockery for Mattel there, but also a little bit of kudos, because you know what? You listened to fan feedback and you went, okay, you don't like what we've shown you? Let us go fix it. And for that, you know what? That's some model behavior right there. Jack's Pacific. Not Jack's Specific. Jack's Pacific are doing their Simpsons line, and they've got a whole new bunch of figures as well. This time, the Krusty the Clown universe. And so we're getting Krusty, we're getting Sideshow Bob, and we're getting Itchy and Scratchy. I'm not sure about a life-size Itchy and Scratchy, because like surely they should just be like small little, you know, cat and mouse size technically. Or if you're gonna do them sort of human size compared to the other characters, then they should be in like, you know, skin suit costumes like they were at Itchy and Scratchy Land. I'm probably overthinking this, but I will give Jack's Pacific. I'm trying to enunciate that so correctly. Jack's Pacific so much credit, because I think they're doing great. They've picked up the Simpsons license, and I think honestly they're killing it. They're not going crazy with accessories or extra things. They're just doing the basic characters, but they're making them look good, and I really dig that. I think they look really cool. Xesray Toys, if that's how you pronounce their name. You know how I said that I hate Fury Toys because they keep making things that I want to spend my money on? Yeah, the Xesray are just as bad. They are equal offenders, because look at these preview images they've given for their Sabretooth, I don't know, it's like Sabretooth Lion Warrior figure. I've got their big red Minotaur, which is just beautiful. It's so good. I've got their Bernice Gladiator Lady, and now this. Apparently, this is an event exclusive, but I don't know what event it is. 5K are just sharing it, and where can I get this? I'm sure it'll pop up somewhere, and when it does, I'll let you know. In the meantime, though, we can just look at these pictures and go, golly, that looks badass, because it really does. Tamashii Nations have shown off a new Ultraman figure. This, and I'll read it straight off, is the Ultraman Blazar Fadron armor. Okay, 9,900 yen, that equates to about $60, and this guy's going to be released around about November of this year. And they're not stopping there, because they're going over to the Masked Rider franchise. I swear they're releasing a new one of these every week. There's so many of them. We're getting the Tamashii Nation 2024 Akihabara Limited SH Figure Arts Shinkochu Seihu. I've been living in Japan for nearly 8 years, by the way. Kamen Rider Fai's A-Cell form. Okay, that's going to be 9,900 yen. Once again, about $60. And also releasing around about November. Nihongo chotodake. 5K Toys have shown off a preview of their Fury Toys Angler fish, which is going to be a con exclusive at both Shanghai Con, which is October 2nd to 3rd, and the Los Angeles LACC Comic-Con. Los Angeles Comic-Con, there you go. Detective work from Dave there. That's going to be running from October 4th to 6th. You can grab this guy. Honestly, I hate Fury Toys, just because they keep making stuff that I want to spend my money on, and I can't afford to keep up, because, dang it, this is another one that you just know is going to look amazing on your shelf. Maybe you can sponsor me. Fury Toys, if you're watching, I'll sell out, happily. Just give me a call. This is a fun little mashup. We've got Evangelion and diecast racing cars put together. So this is the Eva Racing X, or crossed with Pop Race diecast model car. It's going to be released in October and priced only 3,500 yen, which is like $20. That ain't too expensive at all. And for a cool little diecast car with a badass purple and green paint job, I think that looks pretty wicked. Super quick, SH Figure Arts have just shown a reveal or teaser picture of Nosferatu Zod from Berserk. Not going to wax lyrical on this for too long because we're going to get a full reveal pretty soon and I'll talk about him then. In the meantime though, I'll just say that I'm tempted, but I feel kind of burned because honestly, their guts kind of sucked. So there you go, more of that later hopefully. Not the sucking, just more information about the toy, which hopefully won't suck. Time's gonna tell on that one. Kinnikuman is celebrating his 45th anniversary, which sounds crazy. 45 years, my goodness. And SH Figure Arts are doing a celebratory ring diorama set that you can put him in. But honestly, us here in the Western world, we got our AEW rings, we got our WWE rings, we're doing pretty well for wrestling rings. But I guess in Japan, they're not quite so common. But I love the fact that pro wrestling is so ingrained in Japanese culture. Ever since the US occupation following the Second World War, that was a huge part of Japanese culture. And it was a great way for Japan to kind of feel like they were winning one over their occupiers, because that was the story they told in pro wrestling, was the brave Japanese wrestler would beat up the evil Americans. It's really interesting. That's why it's become such a part of pop culture here. So yeah, we've got Kinnikuman over here. Don't have a price for the ring, but then again, honestly, anyone watching this, be honest. Let me know in the comments. Is this your jam? Possibly not. But I just like sharing every story I see, because you know what? There's something out there for everyone. And if this is for you, God bless you. Speaking of Japanese stuff, we've got a redo of an old figure. Buster Doll Tank Midnight Fang. You could tell I was reading that off the page. So this is a color variant of a figure that came out a little while ago. And it's a whole line. This is a big thing in Japan. They do the little anime girl figures with mech armor. And it's kind of fun because you can convert and transform the mech armor into all these different forms, I guess. So it can be mech armor that she's wearing, like a battle suit, or it can be a tank that she's riding, or weapons that she's holding. A whole lot of fun stuff there. So this is going to be available around about January of next year. I don't have a price. These are normally pretty expensive-ish, probably about $60 give or take. But they're fun. I've never owned one of these, but I see them all over the place, and the designs are always pretty wicked, and this one's no exception. Hubite Toys and Collectibles. I've never heard of these guys before. This is a new one. But they're doing a box of 6... This is a Japanese thing. That's how they count. Like that. So if you ever have an Inglourious Bastards like situation where you got to pass yourself off as Japanese, that's how you do your counting. So they have a box of 6 One Punch Man figures. Unfortunately, I actually don't have a price or release date. I know, shocking. Model behavior coming in clutch without the prices or release dates. But that does remind me that I need to watch more of One Punch Man, because I watched the first season and genuinely, I really enjoyed it. The best training regime in the world. 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and a 10-kilometer run every single day. And if you do that, you will lose all your hair and gain the powers of Superman. That's the story of One Punch Man. I should really try that. And now it's time for the Juggernaut! That was a terrible Vinnie Jones impression. But Mondo have done a great impression of the Juggernaut. This is their second go-around. This is their Player 2 version. So they did the original in his classic colours, or you could now get this black and tan version, I guess you could call it. $200. But to be honest, if I was going to spend $200 on a Mondo Juggernaut, I'd want the original version. I'm a traditionalist, what can I say? But I still, when I saw the first one, I fell in love with it. I really did. Because it looked so much like the giant chonky version from Marvel vs. Capcom or X-Men Children of the Atom. Loved it. Loved it. Loved it. So this looks cool as well. I mean, I do like it. But I don't know, I guess the OG might be sold out, I suppose. So if you don't have that and you really want the Juggernaut, this might be your only option. And still, as far as shelf fillers go, he's going to fill it pretty smartly. I do like the look of him. Okay, I know it's a running joke on this channel that I really can't abide Funko Pops. But having said that, I I am a sucker for classic Godzilla. So I'm going to show you these Funko Pop Godzilla figures here. So we've got, in no particular order, I'll just read it. First look at the retailer exclusive Godzilla Funko Pop lineup. What retailer? It doesn't say what retailer it is. Okay, whatever. Including the Funko exclusive Gigan, Books A Million Books A Million exclusive Godzilla 1954 version, and Epic Mecha King Ghidorah available. Oh, there you go. Available only at GameStop. Does GameStop still exist? God bless you. So you can get them at GameStop. Run, don't walk. Honestly, actually, the three-headed King Ghidorah, that actually looks pretty awesome. Storm Collectibles have shown off their Ralph Jones figure, or at least a preview image. So just like with Nosferatu Zod, I'm not going to belabor the point because we're going to get a full reveal later. Nonetheless though, King of the Fighters, or King of Fighters, don't correct me, I've done it already. King of Fighters 98, Ralph Jones. We're getting him, and chances are he's probably going to be pretty good. Because Storm, when it comes to making action figures, they're pretty good. Saurozoic Warriors have released this really awesome stop-motion animation video I just wanted to share with you promoting their toy line. Let me just read the official information so I get it all right. This was a stop-motion video made by Mukanimation, and it just showcases the upcoming Saurozoic Warriors dinosaur battling action figures, and I kind of love it because it's just so nostalgic to, those 80s and 90s toy commercials. And of course, Boss Fight Studios are selling these. Go check them out. They look like a lot of fun. 5K Toys just recently showed a video showing off their magnetic eye changing technology, and it's very clever. I don't know if I like it though. It's almost a little bit too realistic. But hey, that's only while you're literally waving a magnet in front of it. And then, it's static like a toy. So relax, Dave. It's not going to come and attack you in the middle of the night. Or is it? I don't know. Look at those eyes. He's thinking something. Some exciting news for Daredevil fans coming out of D23. Daredevil Born Again Season 2 has already been confirmed, which is quite impressive, considering that Season 1 hasn't even debuted yet, but I guess they have a lot of faith in it. And this is, again, it's genuinely encouraging, because it seems like Marvel and Disney have really taken an assessment of what they've been doing over the last 5 years or so, and they're like, no, okay, we get it. We get it. What we've been doing hasn't been working. And again, they scrapped a whole bunch of Daredevil Born Again stuff that they'd done. They were like, no, this ain't working. People do not like the direction we're going in. So they reshot a whole bunch of Born Again things, and now they're so confident about it that not only are they saying, hey, Daredevil Born Again debuting in March next year, which actually feels like a long time to wait, but there you go. Debuting in March next year, but also Season 2, that's coming as well. And honestly, as a Marvel fan, not a Marvel Disney fan, but just a Marvel fan, that's really encouraging. Because it seems like after, to be honest, let's be honest, Phase 4, like everything after Endgame, yeah, there's been some good stuff. There has been some high points and highlights, but it's been rough going. And it seems like they've identified that. Even in Deadpool and Wolverine, they made a joke that, this is kind of a downtime right now. They can see it. And one thing about big corporations is they like to make money. So they seem to be repositioning. And honestly, I got high hopes for Daredevil. So yeah, bring on Season 1 in March of next year, and bring on Season 2. I'm going to be here for it, especially because we got Josh Bernthal as the Punisher. We're getting the Kingpin back as well. All that good stuff. I got high hopes. Here's hoping they deliver. Reveal that D23 is the new title, or just the title, for Avatar Part 3. Now it's called, I was going to say, I forgot what it was called, Avatar Fire and Ash, which is, I don't know, it's kind of cool. I mean, it's funny. I think the people who make Avatar, like James Cameron and the like, they're thinking, oh, Avatar is this huge cultural thing. And it's not, but we will all go see it because we are interested. But I don't think anyone identifies as an Avatar fan. Like, some people are like, oh, I'm a massive Harry Potter fan, or I'm a massive Marvel fan. Case in point. But I don't think anyone is like, I am a huge Avatar fan. But nonetheless, the movies make bank. I mean, I know I'll go and see it. And I assume that Fire and Ash is a reference to another tribe of Avatar Navi type characters, because, you know, we've got the Earth ones, and in the sequel we got the water ones, so I guess it'll be the fire ones in the next one. And honestly, I'm here for it. Avatar's a funny one. Like, I enjoyed the sequel. Do I want to watch it again? Hell no. It went on for way too long. It honestly, it felt like a Sony Bravia like TV demo. Like, that's what it felt like. It felt like, look at how beautiful we can make things. It's like, yeah, but first of all, I can't see 3D. My eyes are messed up. So, yeah, true story. I got the holy liver hell beaten out of me a few years ago, and that messed up my eyes, so I can't see 3D. Really annoying. Really annoying. Like, if it's like, no, you're getting beaten up was one thing, but losing the ability to see 3D, that's annoying. So yeah, Avatar didn't really do much for me. But I am interested to go and see Part 3, and Part 3 is going to be called Fire and Ash, and that's all we know. So there you go. At D23, Disney showed off King Thanos. This is just a cool little thing I wanted to share with you. Apparently, this is going to be used or utilized as part of the Avengers campus at Disney World. I guess there's going to be some story, walkthrough, ride, attraction element where they will use King Thanos. So I think the idea of this is what would have happened if Thanos had won in Endgame, and you got this King Thanos version. Honestly, I mean, I'm kind of done with multiverses, to be honest. I think a lot of people are. I mean, Deadpool and Wolverine was awesome, but I say we're done, but we got Secret Wars coming up soon. So, hey, we got a lot more multiverses to come. But now we've got King Thanos, and it's not like big news, but I thought it was kind of cool. So I thought I would share it with you. So there it is. Over in comic news, Darth Vader issue number 50 is coming out soon, and it's going to feature a backup story where Princess Leia gets turned to the dark side. And I thought this was worth mentioning because Leia, she doesn't really do the alternate universe dark side stuff. Normally it's always what if Luke went to the dark side or whatever. But Leia, she's a Skywalker, and she could go either way as far as false alignment is concerned. And I just thought from this preview art, I thought it looks pretty awesome. So I wanted to give it a shout out. It looked kind of cool. So Darth Vader issue number 50. Go check it out. You get a cool little backup story where Princess Leia turns to the dark side. Honestly, that actually sounds kind of sexy. Evil Princess Leia? Yeah, I'm here for that. Over in Artist Alley, this is a fun little album that I've seen shared by a whole bunch of different sites. Artist, let me get his name right, Russell Douterman. I hope I pronounced that right. Douterman. He did a whole bunch of comic book covers I remember seeing at the time when they were released, showing the evolution of different characters' costumes throughout the years. And then all these albums have been put together with these different images, and they just look wicked. So I just wanted to show them with you now. So here you go. I love the fact that, yeah, he did the big heavy hitters like Spider-Man and Wolverine. But then we've got Polaris and Black Widow and Captain Marvel, some of the smaller characters. And you see all the different designs that they've gone through. And honestly, I'm a sucker for that. And also I look at them and be like, wow, Marvel Legends have a lot of material to work with. They can make a whole bunch of alternate costumes if they want to. So yeah, this is my Artist Alley for today. Just wanted to share this with you because honestly, I kind of dig it. I love seeing the evolution of different characters. And isn't it funny? I guess it's a recency bias. No, not a recency bias, but a nostalgic bias, I guess. That no matter what new costumes people come up with, the original ones, they always look the best. Except for Spider-Man, actually. Ben Reilly's sensational Spider-Man costume, still S-tier Spider-Man costume. This is totally random, but you know, I like to cover random stuff on here. But Megan-the-Stallion, who I know a lot of people are like, oh, that's the one from She-Hulk where they do the twerking thing. Yeah, I know, that was not one of the strongest points of the MCU, but Megan-the-Stallion is very popular, and she actually does make pretty awesome music. From a 42-year-old middle-class white guy, I can still say, like, yeah, actually, I kind of like her music. And her most recent music video is sort of referencing and paying homage to all these old Japanese yokai folk tales, which honestly are pretty awesome. So, big old thumbs up, double thumbs up to Megan-the-Stallion. And honestly, like, just don't tell anyone, but I actually kind of liked some of the She-Hulk stuff. I know, little secret shame here, but it is what it is. So yeah, go check out her music video, because especially like being here in Japan and learning about a lot of the history and the folklore and stuff, it's really cool, and I like what she's doing. She's doing some good stuff. Go take a look. And that does it for Good News for today. Thank you so much for watching, gang. What do you think about the items covered? Comment below. Let me know. And if you like what you see here and you want to see more, then you know what you gotta do. You gotta join the 6-1 clicks. Whew, a little extra pep in my step there by clicking the like, share, and subscribe button. I was so impressed with the energy, I forgot what I was supposed to tell you. Or if you really did enjoy this and you want to, you can buy me a pint. And in order to do that, all you have to do is get a YouTube channel membership. That's a couple of bucks, and next time I buy a pint at the Den, sorry, the Den, like, you know what the Den is. The Den is the bar that we go to here. I'll know it was from you, specifically. Give me a shout out in the comments. Say, yo, Dave, I just joined the channel members section. The next pint you buy, that one's from me. I'll be like, cheers to you, good brother. That was a whole narrative I just spun out of nowhere. And you see all the people running up the side of the screen? Each and every one of those guys has bought me a pint. At least one. To be honest, I should probably cut down on my alcohol consumption. I'll swap it out for protein shakes, but that doesn't sound as catchy. Guys, thank you so much for watching. And until next time, keep displaying model behavior.
Coffee, big time.